In the digital age, we rely on our phones for everything. We shop, bank, and connect with loved ones, often without a second thought. But what if I told you that your phone number, the key to your digital life, could be turned against you? It's called SIM fraud, and it's a silent threat, spreading like wildfire through the digital landscape. Criminals are using it to steal identities, drain bank accounts, and disappear without a trace. Victims often have no idea they're compromised until it's too late. Their money is gone, their identity stolen. Join us as we expose the secrets of SIM fraud and arm you with the knowledge to protect yourself. Our phones are no longer just communication devices. They're digital wallets, identity cards, and gateways to our most sensitive information. Every text, every call, every online transaction is linked to that single, seemingly insignificant SIM card.
I used to think my phone number was just a number, just a way for people to reach me. I never realized how much power it held.
But that small chip inside your phone is more than just a piece of plastic. It's the key to your digital kingdom. And like any key, it can be duplicated, manipulated, and used against you.
I thought I was careful. I had strong passwords, I was wary of phishing scams, but these SIM fraudsters, they're sneaky. They got me good.
We assume our phone numbers are secure, that our mobile carriers have our backs, but the truth is, anyone can be a target. The numbers are staggering. SIM fraud is skyrocketing, costing victims billions of dollars every year. And it's not just individuals who are at risk. Businesses, governments, even critical infrastructure are all vulnerable.
I lost everything. My savings, my credit score, even my identity. It took me months to pick up the pieces. It's been a nightmare.
The emotional toll of SIM fraud can be devastating. Victims often face financial ruin, identity theft, and the daunting task of rebuilding their lives.
They say it's not a matter of if, but when you'll be targeted by cybercrime. Well, I guess my number came up. And let me tell you, it ain't pretty.
By understanding the methods used by these digital criminals, we can learn to protect ourselves and fight back. To understand SIM fraud, we first need to understand what a SIM card actually is. SIM stands for Subscriber Identity Module. It's that tiny chip in your phone that connects you to your mobile network. Your SIM card contains unique identifiers, like your phone number and a secret key, that authenticate you to your carrier and grant access to your account. Think of it like the key to your digital house. Just like a physical key unlocks your front door, your SIM card unlocks access to your calls, texts, and even your online accounts through two-factor authentication. And just like a physical key, if it falls into the wrong hands, it can be used to unlock your life and wreak havoc. SIM fraud, also known as SIM swapping, SIM hijacking, or SIM cloning, is a type of cybercrime where criminals exploit vulnerabilities in the mobile network system to gain control of your SIM card and, by extension, your phone number. They do this by tricking or deceiving your mobile carrier into transferring your phone number to a SIM card that they control. Once they have control of your number, they can receive your calls, read your texts, and most importantly, intercept those one-time passwords and authentication codes sent via SMS that are meant to protect your accounts. SIM fraud is not a localized problem. It's a global epidemic. From North America to Europe to Asia, criminals are exploiting the vulnerabilities of mobile networks to steal from unsuspecting victims.
I never thought something like this could happen to me. I thought I was being careful, but these criminals are sophisticated. They know how to exploit the system.
Law enforcement agencies around the world are struggling to keep up with this evolving threat. The methods used by SIM fraudsters are constantly changing, making it difficult to track them down and bring them to justice.
These guys are like ghosts. They steal your number, clean you out, and vanish without a trace.
The anonymous nature of the internet and the relative ease with which SIM cards can be obtained and manipulated make it a lucrative business for cybercriminals. Imagine this: you check your bank account and your stomach drops, your hard-earned savings gone. That online purchase you don't remember making, it wasn't you. It was a SIM fraudster, using your hijacked phone number to bypass security measures and drain your accounts.
I lost thousands of dollars overnight. They cleaned out my checking account, maxed out my credit cards. I felt violated, helpless. I never thought it could happen to me, but it did.
Recovering from this kind of financial blow can take years. Disputing fraudulent transactions, rebuilding your credit, and regaining control of your finances is a daunting and stressful process. SIM fraudsters aren't petty thieves. They're after the big score, targeting your bank accounts, credit cards, and online payment platforms. SIM fraud isn't just about stealing money, it's about stealing you, your identity, your digital life. Fraudsters can impersonate you, wreaking havoc on your personal and professional life. They can access your email, social media accounts, and even your work-related applications. Imagine the damage they could cause by sending malicious messages in your name.
New Yorker accent. It was like someone had hijacked my life. They were posting things on my Facebook, sending emails from my account. It was like looking at myself through a distorted mirror.
Rebuilding your digital identity after a SIM fraud attack can be a long process. You'll need to contact numerous companies and prove your identity. The damage caused by SIM fraud can be devastating and far-reaching. One of the most frustrating aspects of SIM fraud is the feeling of helplessness it creates. Victims often find themselves locked out of their own accounts, unable to access their money, or even communicate with loved ones.
It was the worst feeling in the world. I couldn't call anyone, couldn't access my online accounts. I felt like I was in a digital black hole, completely alone and helpless.
The psychological impact of SIM fraud can be significant. It's crucial to remember that you're not alone, and that there are resources available to help you recover and rebuild. SIM fraud is a multi-step process, often orchestrated by sophisticated criminal networks. The first step is all about information. These digital thieves are masters of reconnaissance, gathering the keys to your kingdom through various means. Phishing emails, social media scams, and even data breaches provide them with a treasure trove of personal information. Your full name, address, date of birth, even your social security number.
New Yorker accent. They say knowledge is power. Well, these guys, they do their homework. They know more about you than your own mother.
They scour the internet, searching for any scrap of information that could help them answer security questions or bypass verification processes. They might even contact you directly, posing as a legitimate organization, to trick you into revealing sensitive data. These seemingly insignificant pieces of data are the building blocks of their attack. Armed with your personal information, the fraudster dons a mask of legitimacy. They contact your mobile carrier, posing as you, and spin a convincing tale of a lost or stolen phone. Their goal? To convince the unsuspecting customer service representative to transfer your phone number to a SIM card under their control.
It can be as simple as saying, "I lost my phone. Can you activate this new SIM card for me?" They sound convincing, even desperate. And the customer service reps, they're just trying to do their jobs. It's easy to see how they get fooled.
Unfortunately, many mobile carriers have inadequate security measures in place to verify the identity of the caller. A convincing story and a few stolen personal details are often all it takes for the fraudster to gain access to your digital life. Once the fraudster has convinced the mobile carrier, the SIM swap is executed. Your phone number, once linked to your SIM card, is now transferred to the fraudster's SIM card. It's a seamless, almost instantaneous process, often leaving you completely unaware that anything has happened.
It happened so fast. 1 minute I had bars, the next minute, nothing. I thought it was just bad reception. I had no idea they were already inside, cleaning me out.
With your phone number in hand, the fraudster can intercept your calls, read your text messages, and most importantly, bypass two-factor authentication on your most sensitive accounts. Your phone will lose service. You might dismiss it as a temporary network issue, but in reality, your digital identity has just been stolen. Now comes the final stage of the attack, exploiting your stolen digital identity for financial gain. The fraudster, armed with your phone number and the ability to intercept your two-factor authentication codes, can wreak havoc on your financial and personal life.
It was like they had become me, living my digital life, spending my money, ruining my reputation. It was a living nightmare.
They can access your bank accounts, transfer funds, make online purchases, even open new credit cards in your name. They can take over your social media accounts, lock you out, and use them to spread misinformation or target your contacts with scams. But by understanding how these attacks work, we can learn to protect ourselves and fight back against these digital thieves. SIM fraud can be a silent thief, often operating undetected until significant damage is done. But there are warning signs, subtle clues that something sinister is afoot. The most obvious sign is a sudden and unexpected loss of phone service.
It was like someone hit the kill switch on my phone, dead as a doornail.
While temporary network issues can occur, a prolonged loss of service should raise immediate red flags. Another sign is receiving notifications about account changes you didn't make. Be wary of unusual communications, especially those requesting personal information. SIM fraudsters work quickly, draining your accounts before you realize it. Monitor your accounts for unauthorized transactions.
I noticed a small charge at a coffee shop I'd never been to. It tipped me off that something was wrong.
Regularly review your bank statements and online payment activity. Report any suspicious charges immediately. Fraudsters may pose as trusted organizations or friends. Verify any unusual requests by contacting the organization directly. Now that you understand the dangers and the methods of SIM fraud, it's time to arm yourself with the knowledge to protect yourself. Remember, your phone number is the key to your digital life, so you need to make it Fort Knox secure. Your first line of defense is your mobile carrier account. Contact your provider immediately and set a strong PIN or password on your account.
I never bothered setting a PIN on my account. I thought it was just an extra hassle. But after what happened, I realized how important it is.
Don't rely on weak, easily guessable PINs like 1234 or your birth date. Choose a unique combination of numbers and characters and store it securely, separate from your phone. Securing your mobile carrier account is crucial but not enough. SIM fraudsters are evolving, finding new ways to exploit vulnerabilities. Build layers of security to protect your digital life. Ditch SMS-based two-factor authentication. Use app-based methods like Google Authenticator or Authy. These apps generate secure one-time codes. Enable two-factor authentication on all sensitive accounts. In the digital age, knowledge is power, and vigilance is your greatest weapon. Protecting yourself from SIM fraud requires staying informed, being proactive, and trusting your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Regularly monitor your bank accounts, credit card statements, and online payment platform activity for any unauthorized transactions. Most financial institutions offer real-time alerts for suspicious activity. Set them up and pay attention to any notifications you receive.
I used to ignore those account alerts. I thought they were just clutter. But now I check them religiously. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Be cautious about the personal information you share online, especially on social media. Fraudsters can use seemingly innocuous details, like your birthday or your pet's name, to answer security questions and gain access to your accounts. We live in a digital age, a world interconnected by invisible threads of data. While this interconnectedness brings incredible convenience and opportunities, it also creates vulnerabilities, points of access for those who would exploit our trust for their own gain. SIM fraud is just one battle in the ongoing war for our digital security. But it's a battle we can win, not by building impenetrable walls, but by becoming more aware, more vigilant, and more proactive in protecting our digital lives.
Listen, these cyber criminals, they're like cockroaches. For everyone you squash, 10 more pop up. But we ain't helpless. We gotta be smarter, tougher, make it harder for them to get what they want.
The more we understand about the methods used by SIM fraudsters, the better equipped we are to defend ourselves. Knowledge is power, and in the digital age, that power is in our hands. Protecting yourself from SIM fraud is not about becoming paranoid or disconnecting from the digital world. It's about empowering yourself, taking control of your digital security, and making informed choices that safeguard your personal and financial well-being. By following the simple steps outlined in this video, you can significantly reduce your risk of becoming a victim. Secure your mobile carrier account, enable app-based two-factor authentication, monitor your accounts regularly, and be wary of suspicious communications.
I used to think I was powerless against these kinds of scams. But now I know better. I've taken steps to protect myself, and I feel much more confident and secure in the digital world.
The digital world is constantly evolving, and so are the threats we face. But by staying informed, being proactive, and working together, we can create a safer, more secure online experience for everyone. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action today. Protect yourself, protect your loved ones, and stay safe in the digital world.